Okay, now on to my favorite maple. This is Big Leaf Maple, Acer macrophyllum. And so let me just give you my history on Big Leaf Maples. So 20 years ago, I used to, with my brothers and my father and friends, we used to travel out to the Olympic Peninsula and backpack. And actually, my father and brothers are a bit more hardcore than I was, and they actually have climbed Mount Rainier a couple times. So that's where I fell in love with the peninsula. And then years later, when I really took interest in the guitar parts world, just so happens that Big Leaf Maple, Acer macrophyllum, that's where this comes from. It comes from the Olympic Peninsula, comes from Washington State, southwestern British Columbia, Oregon coast. But in general, it's a very small footprint where this maple comes from. And it's my personal favorite, not just because I liked, the coast and the big trees, the fresh air and all that. It's just such an amazingly versatile wood. There's so many different figure patterns. The spalted wood is just spectacular. The burl is beautiful, and it's just one of my favorites. So let me walk through it with you. And this is really important. I want to explain this to people. So again, we take round things, trees, and we try to make them flawless rectangles, okay? I cannot express to you how challenging that is when it comes to wood like Big Leaf Maple. The reason I say that is if you take a look here, the figure pattern grows in lobes, round, random lobes. And sometimes they're small and narrow. Sometimes they're multiple lobes. So it can be extraordinarily challenging to find high-grade, defect-free product 7 inches, 8 inches or wider. I mean, look at this. Here's your lobe separation right here. Look at that. Okay? This stuff can be really loby. Gorgeous. But very challenging. It's expensive. It's raw. It's rare. It's very difficult to get this wood out of the woods where it comes from. The time of year, because there is a rainy season, this comes out is also the sapping season. So if you want to see what the disruption of the grain, look at that, pockets. Look at that, it's literally pocketed. This is a genetic figure, guys. Look at this for a lobe. Look at that. Okay. Some of this is just really dramatic. It can be very difficult to get us that flat surface that we need. There's another lobe. So when we cut the caps off to get billets, this is what the cap looks like. And this is what we're looking for. Right here is what we're looking for when we debark the trees. Okay? It tells us that there's figure, how much yet to be determined. Okay? Here's an angel step. I showed this in one of my other videos. Amazing. It's crazy. Here's master grade. Okay. And there's so many different figure patterns. Look at that. Blister bubbles with natural stain. Okay, and that's the quilted pattern. That's the stuff that everybody wants. Same tree, same species, sometimes in the same tree, flame. If you look at it, it's a more finer textured bubble / curl. It can be a bit confusing. Sometimes you look at it, oh, I got quilt. And it's like, nope, you got flame. Check it out. Same here. And this one is more of a traditional curl. But sometimes when you take the bark off, it can be mistaken for quilt, guys. And you look at it, it's kind of quilty. Look at that. flame maple. A tighter flame on the quartered side. Spalted maple. Big leaf maple is well known for spalted wood. Can be pretty spectacular. These are just average examples because it's what I had on the shelf. But we have pallets of this stuff, and those that know us will be doing posts soon on that. And then of course I can't forget burl. Big leaf maple burl is world renowned. Yes, burl does exist in hard maple and soft maple, but it is not nearly as common and consistently beautiful as big leaf maple. Okay. Cut this tree a couple of years back. Got hung up and we almost destroyed the guy's house. All the money that I brought out with me to the peninsula, I almost had to pay to fix the guy's house. Thankfully, that did not happen. So, this is big leaf maple, Acer macrophyllum. One of my personal favorites. Quilt just has so many different patterns. That alone makes it probably my favorite. So, I'm Derek Kimball. This is Kimball Hardwoods. Please support us. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.